Assalamu alaikum. This is Rabbi from Team Cygnus. My ID is 19101511. I'm going to give an overview of our project and discuss about our setup. First, for the processing, we have an Arduino Uno here. For temperature and humidity, we have the sensor DHT-11. To interface our data, our information, we have our comp to interface our data to external source. And the display, we have a monitor here. First, for our sensor DHT-11, we have three connections here. First connection is for the power source, which is 5 voltage, and this is the ground. And for the data, we have this connection, which goes to NIT0 to our Arduino Uno. After the Uno gets the data from the sensor, it outputs all the data to our monitor through TXT where to our monitor it is connected to RxD. TXD's purpose is to outsource the data, and RxD's purpose is to receive the data and displays on the monitor. Also, we can see here in our comp IM we have two connections to RxD and TXD to our Arduino Uno, to TXD to RxD respectively. This essentially extension, or you can call interface, so that we can connect to any other external devices.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I am Abrar Salehin and my ID is 191013331. So I'll be explaining this code. So let's get started. So first one is define DHT pin 2. What does it mean? It means that our DHT sensor is connected to Arduino's digital pin number 2. And then define DHT type. So we are using DHT-11 sensor. This line is actually initializing our DHT sensor. Now let's look at the setup function. What does this serial.begin do? Uh, it sets the Arduino to exchange the messages with the serial monitor at a data rate 9600 bits per second. Then it prints this message and start our DHT sensor. Now let's look at the loop. It's an infinite loop. First look at this delay function. What does it do? It actually pauses the program. In each iteration, it pauses the program for 500 milliseconds. Our sensors data are stored in these two variables. Then we check that whether we are getting numbers or not. This Eastern function checks with we are getting numbers or not. If we get other than numbers, it will print this fail to read from DHT sensor message and ends that particular iteration and starts again. If we get valid numbers and valid values, it will print those valid temperature and humidity values. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chaudhary Muhammad Irfanuddin. My student ID is 1910123 and I will demonstrate the LabWork part of the project. At first we have a visa resource selector here. In order to select the COM port, we have a temperature and a temperature wave chart. In order to display the temperature, we have another meter and another waveform chart in order to display the humidity, and lastly we have a table here in order to log the data. Let us look at the block diagram. So we are collecting the data from the visa resource and we are feeding the temperature data into the temperature thermometer and temperature waveform chart. We are feeding the humidity data into the humidity waveform chart and humidity meter. We have an array element here where we are feeding the temperature data, the humidity data, the date, time, and alongside our student IDs. After building this array element, we are feeding this into this array builder, which will again feed this into this table local variable, which will populate the table. This entire data reading process is enclosed in this while loop, which will iterate every 500 milliseconds. Let us look at the simulation. So we will select COM2 port because COM1 and COM2 are paired here, and we will again run the simulation in the Proteus. So again, the upper part is the temperature and lower line is the humidity. And if we see here, again we can see that temperature and humidity is showing up, and here you can see that humidity is 80% and temperature is 27 degrees. We can also see this in this chart. Let us try increasing the humidity here. Let us make it 84. So we will see that the humidity increased here as well as in the meter, and certainly in the table. So thank you for watching. We hope you liked our presentation.